God is the Big Bang, bang, bang. He spoke everything into existence. In Genesis chapter 1, verse 1. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. The beginning is time, the heaven is space, and the earth is matter. Time, space, and matter must all coexist at the same time. Makes more sense to say nothing started. Today's topic is truth versus tolerance. Free speech? We already established that all religions can't be true because of the contradictory, the most important questions. The nature of God, the nature of man, sin, salvation, heaven, hell, and creation. Wow. Most religions have some beliefs that are true. Not all religions' beliefs can be true because they are mutually exclusive. They teach opposite. In other words, some religious beliefs must be wrong. But you're not supposed to say that in the world today. You're supposed to be tolerant of all religious beliefs. In all the culture today, tolerance no longer means to put up with something you believe to be false. After all, you don't tolerate things you agree with. Tolerance now means that you're supposed to accept every belief as true. In a religious context, this is known as a religious pluralism, the belief that all religions are true. There are a number of problems with this new definition of tolerance. First, let us say that we are thankful that we have religious freedom in this country. We do not believe in imposing a religious legislatives and legislating morality. We are all well aware of the dangers of religious intolerance and believe that we should accept and respect people who have different religious beliefs. But that doesn't mean that we personally ought to embrace the impossible notion that all religions' beliefs are true. Since mutually exclusive religious beliefs cannot be true, it makes no sense to pretend that they are. In fact, on an individual level, it can be dangerous to do so. If Christianity is true, then it is dangerous to your eternal destiny not to be a Christian. Likewise, if Islam is true, then it is dangerous to your eternal destiny not to be a Muslim. Second, the claim that you ought to not question someone's religious belief in itself is a religious belief for pluralism. But this belief is just as exclusive and intolerant as any religious beliefs of a Christian or Muslim. In other words, pluralists think all non-pluralist beliefs are wrong. So pluralists are just as dogmatic and closed-minded as anyone else making truth claims in the public square. And they want everyone who disagrees with them to see things their way. Third, the prohibition against questioning religious belief is also an absolute moral position. Why shouldn't we question religious beliefs? Would it be immoral to do so? And if so, by whose standards? Do pluralists have any good reason supporting their beliefs that we ought not to question religious beliefs? Or is it just their own personal opinion that they want to impose on the rest of us? Unless they can give us a good reason for such a moral standard, why should we allow them to impose it on us? And why are pluralists trying to impose the moral position on us anyways? That's not very tolerant of them. Fourth, the Bible commands Christians to question religious beliefs. Deuteronomy chapter 13, verse 1 through 5. 1 John chapter 4, verse 1. Galatians chapter 1, verse 8. 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 13, etc. Since Christians have a religious beliefs that they ought to question religious beliefs, then pluralists, according to their own standards, should accept this Christian belief as well. But of course they do not. Ironically, pluralists, advocate of the new tolerance, are not really tolerant at all. They only tolerate those who already agree with them, which by anyone's definition is not tolerant. Fifth, the pluralists claim that we ought not to question religious beliefs is a false culture prohibition against making judgment. The prohibition against judging is false because it fails to meet its own standards. You ought not to judge is in itself a judgment. Pluralists misinterpret Jesus' comments on judging. Matthew chapter 7, verse 1 through 5. Jesus did not prohibit judging as such, only judging hypocritically. Indeed, everyone. The pluralists, the Christians, the atheists, and agnostics make judgments. So the issue isn't whether or not we make judgments, but whether or not we make the right judgment. Finally, are pluralists ready to accept the religious beliefs of Muslims, terrorists, especially when those beliefs say that all non-Muslims, including pluralists, should be killed? Are they ready to accept as true the religious beliefs of those who believe in child sacrifices or other heinous acts? We hope not. While we should respect the rights of others to believe what they want, we are foolish and maybe even unloving to tactically accept every religious belief as true. Why is this unloving? Because if Christianity is true, then it would be unloving to suggest to anyone that their opposing religious beliefs are true as well. Affirming such errors might keep them on the road of damnation. Instead, if Christianity is true, we ought to kindly tell them the truth, because only the truth can set them free.